This week on the Spotlight, not a pleasant tale from Jimmy regarding the Bulls in the last couple weeks. Derrick Rose not that happy either as they battle for their playoff lives. Then we switch gears to a more upbeat John Danks. He looks happy, doesn't he? The regular season's starting in a couple days. And we flash back to Derek May, a Cub of the 90s. This week, check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Flowers for every imaginable occasion at Lansing Floral Shop. Call them at 708-474-1212. They deliver. You've got to get to the Cove. People tell me, how come you always say you've got to get to? For Benkowski Trivia, Wednesday, April 6th at 8 p.m. Great people, great game. Easy to reach at 1750 East 55th Street, the last bar by the lake. Get to the Cove. You've got to get to the Sock. Live Benkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays, 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get the Snapper Seafood and Chicken like I do at 115th and Western. Amongst their fine menu items, tilapia, perch, catfish, shrimp, conch from the Miami Connection, crab, but Philly steak and grilled food. It's great. Get the Snappers. Since 1967, El Jardín has been serving the finest Mexican food. Before, after, or during ball games, located conveniently just 3 blocks south of Wrigley Field, 3335 North Clark. Whether there's a game or not, you still get hungry, and El Jardín has great service, great food, and great drinks. I've enjoyed every meal I've had there, and you will too. So get to El Jardín for great Mexican food at 3335 North Clark Street in Chicago. You'll be glad you did. Family Dentist, Lawrence Ferlin, DDS, 109th and Kedzie. Crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. Call 773-233-7044. They're doing a great job for me. They'll do a great job for you. Call Family Dentist, Lawrence Ferlin. The general consensus among the media is that he's more hurt than he's letting on. He shot about 30% himself today, as the team shot 38%. Derek was similar. Although Jimmy made a spectacular contact drawing 3 and completed the 4-point play very late to keep the Bulls alive, but too little, too late. And I can't find any stats here that are any good. The one that kind of jumps out off the page at me as we speak, the Bulls 11-15 free throwing. Atlanta, 28 free throw attempts. How do you come into somebody else's building and do that? I don't know. The Bulls play an off-on, mostly soft kind of game. And I don't think you can win consistently doing that. I think at times you got to bang in the paint, and I think sometimes you got to get a little nasty and maybe even get kicked out of a game. Maybe even take a shot at somebody. Maybe you have to go to the 12th man on the bench to do it. But I guarantee you, well, maybe I shouldn't guarantee anything at this stage. I would think a Cristiano Felicio would be flattered if such a call were made to him. But anyway, I guess I'm talking from another era. These are the nice Bulls. But it doesn't look like they're going anywhere. Here's Jimmy Butler.
Exceedingly tough since you guys had an opportunity to come back and win this game and you fall short.
Oh, yeah, it's tough. Any loss is tough, especially at home in the position we're in. But we got another one tomorrow that it's a must win.
Can you describe what happened after you tied it at 93? There was so much effort to get to that point, and then offensively, you seemed really rugged after that.
Just trying to get the ball, move it around so guys can get shots, trying to execute. It's tough down the stretch, when plays don't go the way you want it to go. And then you just got to do things on the fly. I think we took good shots down the stretch. Some went in, some didn't. But that's basketball for you.
Jimmy, a great start tonight, and then the second quarter. What happened in the second quarter?
Just a lull. We didn't guard, we didn't make shots. 30-14 or something like that. That's tough. I think that was the game in itself right there.
The hill is still there in front of you, a little bit steeper after tonight. What are your thoughts going forward?
Just win as many as possible. We have to, we must, but it starts with tomorrow. If we come out the way that we came out tonight, tomorrow, we'll give ourselves an opportunity to win.
How do you keep from not being discouraged, though?
I think we've been in this position all year long. It's an uphill fight from here. We just got to keep battling, stay together through the good and the bad. Right now it's kind of the bad, but as long as we play together and continue to try to win games, we'll be fine.
How do you try to duplicate that effort, tomorrow night and now going forward these days?
Just play basketball the right way. Come out on all cylinders with the energy, guard, taking the right shot, sharing the ball, and put ourselves in a great position from the start.
How much respect do you have for the way that Taj has emerged as a leader during this season?
Yeah, Taj is huge for us. The way he's being aggressive on both ends of the floor, the way he's talking out there. We need him to continue to be that way. And I wish his body to get healthy, man. We really need him.
Jimmy, what was your biggest takeaway from the meeting yesterday?
About how we need to stick together. If somebody says something to you, don't take it personal because it's for the betterment of the team.
Jimmy, where are you physically right now? How do you feel?
I'm all right.
Jimmy, you say win games, and obviously that's what you have to do, but it's a stink. You have to also rely on other teams to try and help you out here down the stretch.
Yeah, but we got to worry about the Chicago Bulls first, and whatever else happens, just happens. I think when we get lost in other teams and what they have to do, we're definitely going to lose ourselves.
I mean, you're still not mathematically eliminated, but it's tomorrow about as close to a win situation.
We know we're going through a tough time. The reality is that we're fighting for a playoff spot, and we're trying to figure things out along the way.
How much have you seen Taj step up? Maybe he's a vocal.
He's been huge, man. Even when Taj in the beginning of the year, even to come off the bench, start when guys went down and playing the way that he's playing and giving up his body, it means a lot to the team. Shows a lot about him.
Derek, you say you're trying to still figure things out. 9 games to go with it. That's a little strange, isn't it?
Yeah. 9 games to go. Wish we wasn't in this position, but we're all men. We put ourselves in this position by the way we play, the play that we have been playing the entire year, and still got shots. It's not the end of the year.
Derek, is it hard to explain how you guys could get off to such a good start, good finish, and then that second quarter was just a disaster?
Yeah, second quarter wasn't making shots, and normally shots we were making, we wasn't making them, and we was giving them everything they wanted on the other end.
Thank you.
Thank you, Derek.
Thank you.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early at a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Desplaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family dentist Lawrence Furlan, DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the family dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. It's open for lunch and dinner daily. Shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak barbacoa, chicken dishes too. Conveniently located at 46th and Halsted. Get over there, check it out. You'll be glad you did. Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. An excellent place. We're back on the spotlight. We're talking Bulls, but I don't think for too much longer. A really painful loss to the Atlanta Hawks here after the Bulls started out great, went in the tank, then made a superb comeback to tie the game at 93 late, only to take some really wacky shots and not dunk when they should, and essentially blow the game. Everybody's talking about what you can take away from it, including players and the coach. I guess, for lack of a better thing, we'll start with the coach. I don't think I've ever in my life, and I've been covering the Bulls for a long time, seen a team take 105 shots to the opponent's 85. 20 more shots and still lose. It's kind of shocking. So let's watch another shell-shocked edition of Fred Hoiberg trying to make some sense of it. And then as the thing progresses, and this usually happens too, he gets a little snide.
Poor second quarter, came back, had some fight, and then didn't get it done at the end.
Well, I was proud of him for battling back and fighting back from the double-digit deficit in the second half and giving ourselves a chance there at the end. Obviously the second quarter is what cost us the game. We just had too big a lull there in the second quarter where we were in control of the game, had a double-digit lead and let them take a lead into halftime with Millsap hitting 2 threes and getting all the momentum on their side. But we went down swinging, and that's something we talked about, to stay together and keep fighting. This team's averaging 109 over the last 5 and is playing really, really good basketball. So again, I'm proud of how they went down swinging.
The strategy with, I think, 19.6 or 16.6 with the option to go to the 3 first and then, if possible, get a layup.
On the last play there? We had a play drawn up to give us 2 looks at the 3. They took it away. Mike made a great cut to the basket. Unfortunately, the ball didn't go in.
Fred, is Mike healthy right now? He just seems to kind of just be really in a struggle.
Yeah, he's healthy, Joe. He's doing okay. Hit the 1-3 for us coming out in the second half, but he'll have a game. He'll have a game to get the lid off that basket, hit shots, get some confidence back.
Another rough shooting night for Jimmy. Is it still just a confidence thing with him, or do you think there's anything?
Yeah, Jimmy's, he's probably not telling you everything, but he is sore. There's no doubt about it. He's out there battling through pain. He did not participate in shooting around this morning, just because of his body. Just really overall soreness. Got some stiffness in his back. Nothing structurally wrong with his leg, but he's got some overall soreness. So he's battling and fighting. Hit obviously the huge 4-point play for us late. He's going to give everything he has. So we'll see how he's doing in the morning and hopefully get a good effort.
With 1:06 left out of the timeout when you're down 1, ball went to Taj kind of on the wing and Derek back up at the top of the key, and then he kind of drove. Do you remember?
No. What's that?
Derek got the layup blocked at the rim.
Yeah. We drew up a play to try to score. Didn't work.
This kind of comeback, and we talked about earlier today about the lack of fight this team shows. Now do you build off of that as opposed to worrying about the loss?
Yeah. It's something. I told them. I said if we go out and fight like that and play with that kind of spirit and that kind of energy, especially out of the gate. We talked about winning the first quarter. We talked about holding them, below their average. We did that. We outscored them 31-22 in the first quarter, and again, that second quarter lull is what cost us the game. Fourth quarter we played terrific. We played a great quarter of basketball. I thought we guarded them, and had some really good looks and converted and played with confidence and swagger on the other end. If we play like that, we're gonna have a chance to win. Win these last games, and just take care of business on our end. And obviously we're gonna need some help right now. So just keep fighting, keep battling, and I believe this group will do that. Thank you.
With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and the fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget, the Illinois Lottery too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Bidkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, Parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's. We're back on the spotlight talking White Sox baseball, and John Danks is in the last year of a big contract, and he needs to get things rolling, and so he talks about 2016.
Together, so that's not my last year total. We'll see, but really just focused on this year, trying to put together a consistent year. I felt like I finished the year strong. The second half was good. Just wanting to throw together a complete year.
The rotation has been the staple of this team for the last 3-4 years. For you to be, a part of it, and everybody kind of projects you as the back end of the rotation, but it really doesn't matter 1 through 5. Is there anything different that you've done? I mean, you're coming off, you're a couple years removed from that shoulder surgery now. Is this safe to say that you actually probably feel as healthy as you have in a couple of years?
Yeah, I think last year even, my arm felt day to day better than it had in a long time. I'm not really concerned about where I slot in the rotation. I've told them that I've never been an ego guy. As long as I get the ball every 5th day, that's really all that matters to me. And certainly understand where I fit in the rotation, and it makes total sense. So, I'm not really worried about that. I'm worried about, like I said, throwing together a good year.
A few years ago, you used to have some pretty intense off-season work with your brother in Texas, and now that you're in Tennessee, I'm wondering how your regimen has changed, or do you end up seeing Coop at all? Can he give you a tip or two? Because aren't you both close to each other?
Yeah, we are. We're not far from each other, and I have seen Coop. I haven't seen him this year to get on a mound or anything just yet, but in years past we always seem to make time to get on a mound and work together a few times at least before camp. So that'll be coming up, and there's a group of us that work out, ball players that I can throw and work out with. So it's worked out nice.
Are you looking to play around with any new pitch or change any nuances of an existing pitch?
No, I need to make my current pitches better. So I've been focused on that. Really just a lot of Coop and I've sat down and looked at kind of the positives and negatives from last year, and making sure that I'm ready to attack that game plan this year. Come spring training in April.
What would be the one thing you want to do better in 2016?
I would say, my two things Coop and I have always talked about is, if I can limit walks and keep the ball in the ballpark, that's always been a big goal of mine. I would say if I do that, that'll probably take care of itself. It'll certainly lend to a good year.
So throwing the breaking ball on strike one.
That'll work. Definitely gonna look at some things and try to adjust my style to that.
And you're going to have a couple new catchers. Maybe they'll have some fresh perspective.
Certainly, yeah. They've both faced me many times and had success. So it'll be fun to pick their brains, see what they know.
Yeah, that's a really new part of the game where these guys will say, "Boy, I knew you were going to do this," and then, you really could gain a lot there.
Certainly, it's. It would be good to have them here. Obviously they're great talents and guys that'll help us win ball games, but for exactly that, they can give us some perspective out of some other locker rooms, concerning us, and it should only help.
And certainly in the case of Avila, he's super anxious to beat Detroit. I just heard.
Good. We want that here. We're all anxious to beat them all.
All right. Good luck.
I appreciate it.
You've got to get to Jack's. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. We go to Oliver's, 6100 West 159th Street for live trivia. Thursday, February 4th, the next one, at 7 p.m. That's a fun, rambling crowd. Eat, drink, and have fun at Oliver's. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. Let's talk about Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. It's located at 46th and Halsted. They're open for lunch and dinner daily. And amongst the many things on their menu, shrimp, tilapia, salmon, steak barbacoa, a variety of chicken dishes. 46th and Halsted. It's easy to reach. I've enjoyed all my experiences at Del Sur, and I think you will too. Get to Del Sur Mexican Restaurant. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place.
We're back on the spotlight in Oak Forest at Papa's Pizza, where great quick delivery is available. And in these crazy spring weather times, sometimes maybe you don't want to leave the house. So go ahead and call Papa's Pizza. The delivery is excellent in the Sterno heated boxes. Now it's time to talk baseball here on the spotlight. And I ventured out to the friendly confines of Wrigley Field to talk to a man who some people say, in some way, shape, or form, reminds them of Billy Williams. A fine young left-handed hitter by the name of Derek May, who has the great bloodlines with family having played in the major leagues, and I talked to him in the dugout about a variety of things, including exactly who his relations were that played Major League Baseball before him. Tell the fans at home who the famous baseball family members are.
Well, my dad played 12 years in the big leagues. My dad's name was Dave May. A lot of people get me confused with Lee May, but my dad was Lee May. But it was Dave May, and he played 12 years in the big leagues, and I'm very proud of that. And hopefully I can play as many years as he did.
Of course, Carlos May is known to many Chicagoans for his years with the White Sox, but not part of your family tree.
That's no relation, yeah.
You know, this does bring up a point, though, and this seems to be the golden era of second-generation baseball players, anywhere from Bonds to Griffey and on. And can you relate to any of those guys, and can you relate any experiences growing up around the ballpark, things that helped you along the way?
Well, I think just being around the ballpark helped us. We couldn't help but pick up a ball or a glove or a bat or something and just start throwing. And seeing major leaguers play, and it's just you feel comfortable. And I think it helped me through when I was going up. Pitching was easier, I guess. And, I don't really know how to explain it. It's just something that we, you're around and you adapted to well, and it was just a nice experience.
Your dad played for a few teams. What are your more memorable experiences with his affiliations? Which ballpark did you have the most play fun in, for example?
Well, I think Milwaukee County Stadium. That was, my dad spent most of his. Well, we lived there for 7 years, and that was my most fondest memories there. There in Atlanta. I used to go down in the tunnel there and play all the time. So I had a great experience, and those are part of my best memories.
Any targeted at bats, totals of RBI, batting average that you seek to hit this year?
Well, no, I'm gonna. I said this from the beginning. I think it's my approach throughout the season. I'm just gonna take it this at bat, this game. I'm not going to try to look past that. You got to keep things in perspective instead of looking at long-term goals. I have to do the best I can to help the team win today. So, that's as far as I'm going to look, and I'll let the numbers, go by themselves.
And this is a man you'll be seeing for quite some time at the Friendly Confines. Already with a growing number of fans to watch him. Hitting towards Sheffield, a la Billy Williams. And we were just recollecting that we've been doing this stuff since 1984, and him a long time before that, me a little bit before that. And we're talking about kind of the mood of the club, and I think the way I would describe it is your team has hung in and survived through some adverse stuff, and maybe you're ready to turn the corner.
Well, we would hope so. We just haven't been playing very smart ball. Not getting the clutch hit when you need it, or maybe a ground ball. Again, we had a lot of injuries, but so have some other teams as well. So we just got to piece things together. We have a real stretch of really tough games, including the game today, Friday, against the White Sox. They've been playing very, very well, getting a lot of praise, and really, which they should. They've been playing very good baseball and beating some good teams early on. And we've been almost just the opposite, kind of treading water. But again, the name of the game is to be able to win after 9 innings.
Well, everybody talks about winning series, and you win the series with Pittsburgh, and maybe that's a jumping off point. Maybe that's a kind of an igniter. Is that kind of what happens with teams at times?
We're taking it one day at a time, and all the people that have been looking have certainly known some of the situations that we've had all around. Again, the guys are going out and giving 100% effort.
Sarge is so deep, we'll see if we can squeeze more of him in next week. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then. You've been watching the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. Perfect Pitch located at 108th and Kedzie. Take your vehicles there for great repairs. This week's show has been brought to you by the Lansing Floral Shop. Call for your flowers at 708-474-1212. Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing, 708-396-1010.